Have we still got Liam Rose there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Liam. So next year on the 15th of September, we're going to be heading to Brisbane International Airport. We're going to be flying with the Emirates all the way to the UK. We're going to have a little stop in Dubai. But between now and then, we're going to be coming up to work on an individualised plan, not only with yourself, but with all our winners as well, and also for all the boys and girls who are on the trip. One of the things that we're going to do is when we come, we spend a week in and around Liverpool. Then we spend a week around Manchester, and then we go all the way down to London to visit places like Wembley. Can you just give us just one top tip that you would give any player out in Australia? And also, can you let all the people watching know in regards to testing and trialing, was there any cost involved to join Euro Football Star to try out?
I just reckon that the more you practice, the better you'll become. So I reckon for everyone.
That's awesome. So you just think a lot of repetition and a lot of practice is the key one?
Yeah. Yeah, also just watching the game in general.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point as well. Just sometimes just sitting down with mum or dad or your siblings and just watching the football gives you a good opportunity just to watch and learn and just to see how they play the game. That's one of the things that we really impress on players when we come to England is the intensity level. And it's not necessarily about the best player like, you know, a Ronaldo or a Mo Salah trying all the different tricks. It's the players who really put in and really work hard are the players who make it. Just a little side note on that, where we are at Bolton Wanderers. There's a player who come from Bolton Wanderers, and his name was Nat Phillips. And I know I met his dad here at Bolton many years ago. His name is Jimmy Phillips. Nat Phillips was actually being coached by his dad and the coaching staff at Bolton Wanderers. And Jimmy Phillips had to make the tough decision to actually release his own son and let him go because they deemed that not to be good enough to stay at Bolton Wanderers. So not only is it a tough decision as a coach to do that, but also it's a real tough decision because he was his son as well. Now, Nat Phillips, for anyone who knows him, is actually currently in the first team squad at Liverpool. Nat Phillips was actually on the way to Anfield. He was on his way, to the US to go and study and play football in the US, which is a great option for all football players. Liverpool needed a player to come in and train on for a few weeks just to help with squad numbers because they were struggling at the time for numbers. So they asked Nat to delay his trip to the US and they give him an opportunity to come in and train. And the rest is history. Nat Phillips has now played over 30 first team games for Liverpool. He's part of the squad. So it's just an example to all the players out there that when you think maybe your opportunity's gone or when you think it's not going to happen, there's still an opportunity there if you keep plugging away and you keep working hard and you'll get that opportunity. Thanks for that, Liam. We're going to go to Jack Randall. Are you still there, Jack?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Jack. So just one little highlight from you. So aside from Liverpool and getting an opportunity to travel overseas, what's one more thing that you're really looking forward to experiencing on the trip, whether it's on the park or something off the park?
Well, I'm really looking forward to once we're there going to the England training pitch because pretty sure we're going there. So I'm looking forward to training there and training with an English coach and all that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so for everyone that doesn't know, we actually visit St George's Park, which is in a place called Burton, which is the home of England for women and men's football and for boys and girls football. This place was built around about 15 years ago. This place is absolutely phenomenal. I think there's over 20 pitches there. They've got 4G pitches, 3G pitches. They've got indoor pitches. And all the players get to experience that on the tour and on the trip with us. So they actually get to go and train on the pitches where England train. We're actually going there on Wednesday of this week. England are actually going to be in camp this week because we're in internationals at the moment. And we've been told that Gareth Southgate and the first team are going to be around the training facility. They actually play Germany on Monday, which we've been invited to attend at Wembley. But it's going to be exciting for all of our players to be around and see some of those English players as we move forward onto the trip. Thanks, Jack, for joining us. We'll just stay with us for a few more minutes. We're just going to go across to Gav now. Hey, Gav, are you still there?
Yep.
Gav, just before we finish up, we're just going to come back to you, Gav. If you can just give us one more thing that you're looking forward to on the trip, whether that be on the pitch or off the park.
The sightseeing and maybe watching the football games.
So watching the games live?
Yeah, because my dream has always been to go to like a stadium in Europe and watch the football there. And now it's like coming true with you guys. So, yeah.
That's one of the things that we've done on I think it was our third day we were on the trip last week. We went to a club called Tranmere Rovers, and they're based in Liverpool. They play in League 2, which is the 4th tier of football. They actually played against Bolton Wanderers, where we are today. And Tranmere Rovers actually won on penalty kicks. It was a really, really exciting game. One of the comments that we got from a lot of the parents and the players who were on the tour with us, they couldn't believe how fast the game was to watch live, but also just the intensity levels of the players. And one of the questions we got asked was, where do I think A-League football compares to English football? And I said at the start before the game that I believe that A-League football probably sits in and around the Conference League in England, which is Division 5 of football, which is still a very, very high standard of football. And a lot of the parents and players were like, no, we think maybe it's more like Championship and League One. After we watched the game, all the parents and players were coming up to me and said, right, we 100% agree that A-League is not at that level. It's a little bit below because just of the intensity and the speed of the game. And that's one of the things I'm excited, Gav, for you, but also for all the other boys and girls who are coming on the tour to see, because it's really, really useful for you guys to see the speed of the game and the effort levels that are required to play at this level in England. We're just going to go to...
What about the technical ability? Is it like the same, or what would you say?
I think the technical ability, especially even like Bolton Wanderers who play League One, I think it's way above A-League standards for the simple reason, when you're playing at a higher intensity level and you're playing at a lot faster, all of a sudden your touch has got to be a lot better. And I think that puts you under pressure. And I believe that technically, you've got to be playing at that higher level. I think in Australia, we've got some very good systems in place. It's proven that because we've got U8 winners who are going to be joining us. And not only have we got U8 winners, but we've also got the other 35 players who've been selected to join us who are all of a very high standard as well. I just think when you guys get to 15 and 16, I think if you really want to make it at the top level, for me at the moment, I think the A-League is amazing, but I still don't think it provides an opportunity for you to play at that real top level. And I think the proof's in the pudding. I think we've only had one player from Queensland who's gone on and played in the Premier League, and that was Aidan O'Neill. And he's actually done a bit of work with Greg Brown, one of the coaches with us on Euro Football Star. But Aidan O'Neill didn't even go through the system in Queensland. He didn't go through the NPL system. He went through something called church football. So I think there's still a lot of work in Australia for them to do on the football. But having said that, I think in the younger age groups, the SAP program we run, the younger age groups in NPL, I think the system's fantastic and it definitely does produce players. But I think it's that top end that we've really got to try and get working. And I think giving you guys the opportunity to come and see it and just to touch it and feel it, I think it's going to be the difference in whether you guys can make it or not when you're older, and give you an opportunity. Because for me, if I was growing up in Australia as a youngster, it'd be lovely to go and play in the A-League. But if I'd be honest, I'd want to go and play in the Premier League. I'd want to go and play in the Women's Premier League. I'd want to go and play in maybe La Liga in Spain. That's where I would want to play my football. But thanks, Gav. Stay with us, and we're just going to go to Abbie just to finish off. Abbie, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Abbie. So whether it be on the park or off the park, what's one of the big things that you're looking forward to? Even maybe whether it's, I don't know, maybe seeing family and friends. What's one of the highlights that you're really looking forward to?
Probably one of the highlights is going to like watch the games, watch the style of football over in England, and just try and also like watch the women's game, see how much improvement I need to do to get to that level.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was one of the things when we went to Liverpool under 14s and 16s yesterday. I was watching the game closely just to see where yourself and where Charlie, one of our other winners, would fit. And I had a look at it, and one of the big things that stood out, I think mentally you girls would be fine. I think even technically, I think he's a way up there. But one of the big things, I think it was the intensity level and the speed. The beauty about that, I've had a really good look at it. When we come back next week, we're going to get working with you and the winners and all the people who are coming on the trip with us next year, and give you a great opportunity. So when you come over, not only are you going to have an amazing time, but also you're going to give it your best go to maybe get an opportunity over here. And I've got no questions that you guys, out of our 8 winners and the guys who've been selected to come, we are going to get some players who will get asked back for trials, who will get asked back to come and sign for clubs. We can't actually announce who it is, but we've got our players with us this week, currently in Europe, and we're very, very excited to announce that 2 of our players have not only been asked to come back to clubs, but they've also been offered a position at clubs next year in the UK. So we're going to be announcing that in the next couple of weeks, which is so, so exciting. Because my dream has been for many years is to give players an opportunity in Australia, not only to come and experience it, but also to maybe give them an opportunity to sign for a club in the UK and to get them onto that pathway and onto the next level. So it's very, very exciting for me and all the staff at Euro Football Star to show that we can open the pathways and we can give players an opportunity. So a big, big thank you to you, Abbie, to Gav, to Lachlan, to Jack, and to Liam. We are going to be in touch for more interviews, and just keep an eye on everything, guys. Watch this space, keep an eye on social media, and we'll be in touch with you all in the next couple of weeks. Guys, a big thank you from me and all the staff coming live from Bolton Wanderers, and a big thank you to everyone in Bolton who's looking after us and keeping us safe and well, and we're going to be in touch with everyone. Can I just get a goodbye from all the winners?
Goodbye.
Bye, Ray.
Thank you.
Thank
guys.
you.
I'll see you all in a few weeks, and we're going to get down to some hard work.